Welcome back to game two. Won game one in a hilarious fashion after we repealed our opponent's hunted phantasm. Gonna keep this hand. Hopefully we draw a mountain right on time like we did last game. But even if we don't, it's still fine. So we'll go ahead and keep. Alright, so we are on fact on the draw, so we can have 6. Okay, another reason to draw a mountain. So I'm going to lead with Swamp here, so that if I do draw a mountain, I can play Gobhobbler Rats next turn. Roofstalker White. Okay, well we didn't draw the mountain, but we did draw a creature we can play, so we're gonna run up our Rakdos Guildmage. Mountain next turn would be pretty good, because then we can play our Rakdos Expitter and shoot down this Roofstalker White. Alright, well looks like we played Mirror. Probably should have realized that after last game, but I wasn't really paying attention. Okay, so still no mountain, but we can just start attacking for 2 here. And unless he has some sort of shenanigans, I'm going to Riot Spikes his Roofstalker White. Alright, this is looking pretty good so far. And no plays. That's what I like to see. That's not what I like to see, is my Zodic when I'm stuck on 3 lands. But that's fine. I have a creature in play and he doesn't. So we're just going to keep getting in there. We'll have a lot of options available when we draw a red source. But for now, the only card I can cast is this Dowsing Gloom. Compulsive Research. That's a card I would like to have in my deck. It's also a card I would like to have in my hand. Okay, well there's the Carnarium, which definitely helps. Unfortunately, we won't get to cast anything this turn. So we'll just get in there for 2. No shenanigans from our opponent. Good, so we'll play our Carnarium and pass. And next turn, depending on what he plays, we can play either Steamcore Weird, we can play Rakdos Expitter, we can play Gobhobbler Rats. Lots of options. We can even play Pyromatics if we want, although I think that's probably the worst option. Alright. That's kind of annoying. All these cards are so good, I don't want to discard any of them, but well, I'm going to play my Swamp here. I have access to 5 mana, so I could both Dowsing Gloom. I can play Rakdos Expitter. I can play. Yeah, there's a lot of things I can play. I'm just going to attack with the Guildmage, and if he wants to block, I can use the -2/-2 ability on Rakdos Guildmage. I'd probably discard the Gobhobbler Rats. It's the worst card in my hand. I'm doing this attack because there's no way I'm blocking. So if he wants to block, I'll trade a card for it. Alright, so... Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll pitch Gobhobbler Rats, since I would eventually like to cast this Zodic. Unfortunately, it does tie up our mana this turn, but whatever. It's not that big a deal. This way I get to maintain my board superiority. That's a thing, right? Okay, is it Chronarch getting back compulsive research? That's pretty good. But that also gives me a target for my Steam Core Weird, so I'm not that upset about it. Another Swamp. Play Steam Core Weird. And continue the beatdowns. So presumably he's going to cast his compulsive research and probably have something else to play. 6 cards in hand, you figured he'd have something decent to play. I mean, it's looking like he's mana flooded. Like he hasn't missed a land drop so far this game, and he discarded a land to his compulsive research earlier. So I'm pretty sure his hand isn't all spells. But I don't know. So the 6 cards in hand still somewhat worries me. No, it's not compulsive research. Helium Squirter. Okay, so it's a dude that can become a 3/3 flyer. Okay, so at this point, I'm fine with discarding a swamp to my Rakdos Guildmage. I mean, I'm 1 mana off of casting Zodek, but it has to be an island. Alrighty. I also don't want to burn 2 removal spells on this guy, so I'm just going to attack with both, and if he wants to block, I can shrink his guy. Okay, so no blockers this time. That's good. You can just take 3, I guess. And probably gonna leave the swamp in my hand. No, you know what? I'm gonna play it so I can cast 2 spells this turn. So I'm gonna play my Ixpiter. I even have my Ixpiter Petrohydrox combo online. And I'll play my Petrohydrox. And despite the fact that he's drawn way more cards than me this game, he's really far behind on board. And he's going to have to deal with all these threats, and even if somehow deals with those, I'm 1 island away from casting Zodek, which is going to kill him in, probably 3 hits. Okay, so we're transmuting a Perplex. What are we getting? Electrolyze. So that's going to either kill my Guildmage or kill my Ixpiter and bounce my Hedrox. Oh. Or not? Interesting. Oh, we got a Riot Spikes too. So we're... I mean, he's ahead in that because he drew a card, but I'm still ahead on board. Alright, second Pyromatics. Yeah, I guess I'll just attack with the Petrohydrox. He'll probably block, but that's fine. Alright, I guess we ship the turn. Not much else we can do this turn. Yeah, compulsive research. Pretty good. And now we're at the point where Zodek will kill him in 2 hits instead of 3. Discarded 2 lands. Interesting. Very interesting. Vidalcan and Trancer. Alright. He's going to have a hard time milling me out, but it does hold the ground decently. Well, Peel from Reality is pretty good with Steam Core Weird, but I don't really have a good use for it now. So I'm just going to attack. Maybe there's a chance he won't block. Oh, got my free point of damage in, because, I mean, I would have had to spend 2 cards to finish it off, and I'm not interested in doing that. So I'll just pass the turn. Happy with my free point of damage. Whiptail Moloch. Yeah, that's cool. I'll be able to finish off the Entrancer form. Vertigo Spawn. Interesting. That does not seem like a particularly good card, but hey, whatever. Whatever makes you happy. Alright, so end step we're going to Pyromatics his Entrancer. Oh no, islands, that's what I needed. No. Alright, well, mountain is not the worst draw. Alright, so I'm just going to block and then Peel from Reality his, both of our creatures here. He can recast it, but then he's down a card. Enigma Eidolon. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, well, I think we'll be stealing his island. Let's see if he's clever enough to tap it in response. Nope. Alright, so we'll just play our Steam Core Weird. And take out his Enigma Eidolon. And next turn we get to play Zadek. Well, I have 16 cards left, so that's still quite a ways from milling me out. So, sure, that's fine. I hope he plays his Chronarch now. Then my Zadok will be safe from him just returning it with Rise. But not so lucky. So what happens if I just run it out now? He can place Cornock, that'll cost him 5, then he can just Rise Fall it again. I can force him to use it. Yeah, I'm just gonna run it out. You might actually mill me out this game. Yeah, that's gonna happen. Getting back compulsive research, really? You don't want to get Rise Fall? That's interesting. Well, that Torch Strike is not long for this world. The question is, do I want to repeal it or do I want to Pyromax it? Or I can just use a Dowsing Boom. That seems like a better use of my mana. Ooh, invoke the Fire Mind. Look at this guy. Who's getting who milled now? 10-10, what's up? Roar! Fortunately, I'm not playing any counter spells, so it would be nice to have one in my hand right now. I'm completely baffled as to why he didn't return the Rise Fall with Izzet Arc. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill you faster. I mean, the compulsive research doesn't matter. Like I mean, it could matter if the game goes for 4 more turns, but the Zodiac is gonna kill him in 1 hit, regardless of how big it is now. All right, Eidolon is in the house. He's gonna mill me for 3 more cards. Unless his last card is Glimpse the Unthinkable, I should be winning this. Or, I mean, if it could be also be Appeal from Reality. Like he needs a way to either get rid of this or mill me for the rest of my hand, or for the rest of my deck. That is. Yeah, yeah, that's gonna happen. But I'm just gonna replay it, and it's gonna threaten lethal again anyway. And I even have a Sandstorm Eidolon as insurance for getting it through. Alright, he's going to have to find an answer to this Zodek. Like, I have Pyromatics and Sandstorm Eidolon to push it through. So if his plan is to block it, that's not going to work out too well for him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got this game. Alright, so our opponent just GG'd, so Zodic does win games by himself. That's exactly how I describe it. So looks like we're going to another finals, and we'll see you guys in a bit.